What's up, Automation Nation? It's Justin Morgan here of AutomationMastery.net, and today I want to talk about what you coaches and speakers may have missed. It's the triple P's. The triple P's. So what exactly are the triple P's? Now, as I've gone through this journey, been a lot of ups, downs, and in the last episode, I talked about how there's the principle of I am, right? And I talked about the festival and all those things. But there's a bigger point I wanted to drive across. I started to get it, but I wanted to drive it across. Now, when I, again, had started speaking, one of my big goals was to get on a big stage. And when I got that opportunity to get on the big stage, I got the invite. I had to pay to play, so I signed up. I got, you can say I got swindled, whatever. I didn't get swindled. I thought it was a great opportunity. So I paid to play, spent a ton of money, got super excited. I got ready. I got to the event thinking that I had everything set up properly, thinking my website worked right, because I spent a ton of time, a ton of money, hired help, all this stuff on it. And I was sitting there at the event, and it was like I got hit across the face with a big old fist, because it didn't. Like, I was sitting there, the gas and the air taken out of me, when I found out that it wasn't going to be ready. It wasn't where I wanted it to be. Now, I had an option at that point in time. Obviously, I wanted to panic, but I had to figure out what I was going to do. So I had to kind of call an audible. I'd played football in school, and so an audible is when you go up to the line with one plan in mind and you switch it on the fly because you see something different. So that's essentially what I did. I had to. I was forced to. And I saw what other speakers had been doing. Right? I saw what other speakers had been doing, and that they had been going on stage. They asked people to text in a keyword, and I saw other speakers doing that. So I figured that would be the audible I would do. That'd be the change I would implement. So that's what I did. I looked at what they did. I copied it. And so I went and got a free Google number from Google Voice. All right, I got a free number. And then I made sure that when they, I came up with a format. They're going to text their information to that number, and I would respond later. So that was the process that I came up with. So I had the product, so I used Google Voice, and I had the process, right? So I did it, and at the end of the day, after I spoke, people texted in. I had to go back and respond, which was a lot of work all in itself. After a bunch of phone tag, a bunch of missed appointments, and some failed sales calls, I ended up with $0. Now, when I say the 3 P's, it's because I did not use all the 3 P's, and I didn't do them in order. Now, the 3 P's are, you must first, and what I had missed was that I had copied what I thought was the process that these other speakers were using. And because I thought I had the process, I went out and I got a product, which is Google Voice. That was it. I had a process and I had a product, but what I didn't know, what I could not copy, because I couldn't see, was the principle. And so the 3 P's are principle, process, and then product. You must first have the principle, and then you create the process, and then lastly you create the product. So first the principle, second the process, and then lastly the product. You cannot do it one without the other, and you cannot do it out of order. The problem was, again, I went and got the process before I knew the principle. And on top of that, I used the product that didn't support me. So then some of you, again, in your coaching, in your businesses, speaking, whatever you're trying to do, you want to automate your business, you want to get your idea launched, you want to do something. But you haven't established the principle that drives the process, and then go out and get the product. a lot of you have bought the product, so you've wasted a ton of money on the product, then you implement the process, but then there's no principle. But a process like I did, you copy the process, you look what other people do, you copy the process, and you wonder why it doesn't work, and you get the product, and you wonder why it doesn't work. It's because you don't have the principle that drives the entire thing. It's like you're missing out on the secret sauce. It's like you trying to go to your favorite restaurant, copying the recipe by taste, and then you're confused as to why it didn't turn out the same ways, because you did not copy the principle as to how it was prepared before it was brought out and put on your plate. A lot of P's. Triple P. So I just wanted to share that today. So before you get to buying a new product, before you go out and map out a new process, make sure you understand the principle. I'm creating Tech Labs because, and it's the program I'm launching, because I want to be able to teach the principle and the process and the product. See, if you opt in to my stuff, first, I teach you and give you a principle. And then second, we talk about a process. And then lastly, it's the product after. So I make sure I give you the principle and the process up front. And then you can go out and get the product. And then add on to the process, right? That's the power of all this. I got enough peas, y'all. So that's all I got. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you share this with a friend, family member, or a foe. I'm still working on. I want to brand this podcast in terms of the URL, so I'll probably grab that soon and have that call to action for you. I appreciate you. Make sure you, and there'll be some new call to actions for the stuff that I'm building. It'll be out soon. I appreciate you. And remember, treat each day as a building block to a better future. Peace.